I love my dad. My dad.
It's that time again. It's that time again for a life lesson, a story. You know, how can I lead into Fiesta and Crypt Crusher unboxing instead of me just unboxing it? I thought I would kind of lead into a story and first before I unbox it. Kind of like I don't want to sit up here and preach, but kind of like just a message to the young lads out there. Because, you know, let's be honest, Skylanders for younger kids and us older folks that like to collect toys really play with it. But most part, it's for the younger lads. And it's just a message for you boys and girls out there. I'm almost pushing 40, so I've been through a couple things. But this is just a message for you guys. And here we go. So recently, you know, I've already told you my story. Oh, I'm scared to go to the dentist. I went to the dentist. Everything's fine now. This is just basically a story about disappointment. You know, expect the unexpected. When things don't go your way, how to deal with them. Recently, I applied for a position. I already have a job right now, but I was applied for a position that would have, you know, I wouldn't say better my life, but definitely would have made me feel more, I don't know, more important, I guess. More, you know, the job I have now is okay, but I think that the position, if I would have got the new one, it would have made me feel more excited, you know, walk around a little bit more with my head up. But, anyways, so, you know, and the way they made it sound was like, oh, you got it. You got it. You're in there. I'm like, cool. I got the interview. I went to the interview. I sat down, talked to 3 people on a panel. And, you know, nervous, of course. Pits were all sweating, you know, nervous as heck. And I was thinking, all right. And then, you know, gave it a week. And then I heard from people, oh, the vibes are, we don't know anything, but we heard the vibes are good. I'm like, okay, cool. I opened up my email yesterday and it says, thanks, but no thanks. We've had a lot of candidates, blah, 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 whatever it was. It was a copy paste that they probably sent to everyone else. And it was because I thought for sure my life was going to change. You know, the schedule around the house was going to change a little bit. You know, I had my mind set on it, and I was really excited about getting this job, and you know, make a little bit more cash, and just feel more excited about the new position I would have had. And so, you know, I was kind of bummed out yesterday. I was kind of and you guys are probably saying, why are you telling us this? Why? That's embarrassing. Why would you tell someone you didn't get a job? Because I'm trying to explain something here, boys and girls. Trying to, you know, I'll tell you what's going on with my life. You know, everything's not ponytails and cherry lipsticks over here. Sometimes you get ups and sometimes you get downs. But anyway, so yeah, I was sitting there. I was a little depressed yesterday. Had my head hanging down a little bit low, and you know, the wife was there. I said, "God, don't trip. Don't." She didn't even want me to get the job, to be honest, because it would have made my hours. The hours would have been all messed up, but it would kind of made it a little bit strenuous on her. But I was, you know, I don't know if I was being selfish, thinking about me. I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, yesterday was probably the worst day. Today is kind of like, all right, well, that'll pass. And the reason why it's kind of a lot easier today is because honestly, it was something that happened. It was like someone told me about it a week ago and said you should apply for this, so I applied for it, and I was just thinking, all right, I got it, right, because the person that told me about it, and then I had the interview, and then I went in, had the board meeting and stuff. For whatever reason, they didn't want me. You know, whatever. Maybe they see my YouTube videos, or maybe they, I don't know, whatever. I don't tell anybody at work about my YouTube videos because I don't want people chatting, right? I don't want people going, this guy does YouTube videos, look at him, you know? This is just for you guys. You guys. All right, get to the point. So, after my head hanging low, today I woke up with a new attitude, you know? I mean, it still kind of hurts a little bit, but I've accepted it, and I moved on. But what I'm trying to say is, here we go. In life, boys and girls, you are going to have lots of disappointments. Lots. Matter of fact, this isn't the only disappointment I've had. I've actually went to school to do something, and when it came time for the final part of the semester, I didn't make it. I did not make it. And you want to know how that hurt? That hurt a lot. How much money I spent in driving to these places. But the problem was, I'm going to blame it on me working full-time and going to school full-time. My teacher even told me, you will not pass if you're working because you need to be focused. And I said, I can do it. And he was right. Now for some of you, you guys can multitask like that and work full-time. But what I was trying to do was, I think it was a little too much. Not to mention my little one was coming into my life at the time. So anyways, that was a huge disappointment for me. But nothing, I mean, that is huge compared to what this little disappointment of a job was. Like I said, I've already got a job. But what I'm trying to say is you will have disappointments, and it's going to hurt a lot the first day. The first day, it's going to hurt a lot. Now, obviously, if it's a family member, that's a tragic incident that happened, it's going to hurt, you know, as the time goes on, you're going to have bad days. But as far as job-wise, let's just talk about jobs. You may not get the job you want. You may not even like going to a job. But at least you have a job. You know how many people don't have jobs out there? So when that time comes, boys and girls, and it's time to get your job, and it's time to start a career, and it may not be the one you want, always strive to do better. Do what you can, you know, to make it better for your family. But if you apply for a position and you do not get it, for whatever reason, I'm just saying, basically, when this happens in your life, because it will, there'll be some disappointments, whether it be job or you lost something or whatever it is. Just remember, the next day it'll be a lot better. So, not too much of a message, but I just thought it would lead into the opening of Crypt and Fiesta. We didn't do an unboxing, and I noticed my last video was very dark, so for that I'm going to put down videos of whoever over here and somebody over here and whatever, right? Just some pictures to look at, because I know it's kind of dark in here right now. It's really gloomy and kind of smoky outside. But I thought it would lead into a nice, you know, video of Crypt unboxing, because why would I lead that story into this? Is because you know, it's the death of the idea of something new, right? Kind of sad. But it's almost Halloween, and I just thought, you know what, let's just do this one today. And we didn't do this one because she had to open them up quick outside, and Fiesta is pretty cool looking. You can't go wrong with a skeleton character with a horn and a mariachi band around him, right? And love the base, the skeletons on the back. That's so cool looking. Yeah, he's got the little hat. And the reason why I picked this one instead of the Frightful Fiesta is because, honestly, it reminds me of the military Marines, the Devil Dogs, the hardcore Marines, because they got the their dress pants got the red stripe down there, the blood stripe. So it definitely reminds me of that. And this was basically for the military. That's the reason why I got that instead of the Frightful Fiesta. Could get both, but why? Let's get into the Crypt Crusher, the coffin. The idea of having something new, more exciting, just got crushed in the crypt. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's go. So let's unbox the Crypt Crusher. Get to add another vehicle to my arsenal. There it is. How exciting was that? Let's see how it rolls. This car is pretty cool. I love this car. I love it. I love how it rolls. All tires roll. The art on the front of it, you got the skull, it looking kind of Aztec-y. The not Frightful Dead. What is it? Day of the Dead. Something they celebrate. The skeletons holding onto the wheels. You know, the skeleton hands, very detailed. The skeleton look. You know, really detailed. The coffin, how it's got it's got the look of like what is it? The cushion foam inside. It's got the steering wheel. Under the carriage, it's got. Sometimes when you get these toys, they get those plastic residue. You just gotta take a toothbrush and wash it off. Frightful Fiesta. And remember, kids, when things don't go your way and you didn't get the job you wanted, just remember, be glad that your family's there and that you can always apply for another job. You know, there's always other jobs to apply out there for, but just remember, it'll hurt the first day. But the next day it'll get better, and eventually be like, all right, well, at least I tried. You know, at least I got the interview. You know, at least you tried. You could have not tried and just hoped you got a job. Hopefully someone shows up at your doorstep and says, here you go, would you like this job? That's never going to happen. You got to actually go out there and apply. So, anyways, everybody, that was my little story about me not getting a job. Boo-hoo. And I know right now you're going to say, keep your head up, Steve. You can, don't worry, it'll turn around. I know. I got you. And this smells so good, by the way. All right, everyone. Much love, and remember, keep your head up. There's always other jobs out there.